She is one of the most positive people in Omaha, Nebraska. Please welcome our new friend, Beka Doolittle, right here, everybody. Come on up here, Beka. Hi.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
You doing okay with that mic stuff? I got to tell you, we're carrying two
good.
mic systems on us all, so we have to kind of hold, and she doesn't have too many pockets, so she's adjusting and adapting, and I appreciate you being so adaptive. I really appreciate that so much. Hey, you know, I know you're a fashion queen before we go any further, and you're always stocking things. All Things Pink is the name of your concept, is that right?
ThePinkStore.com.
ThePinkStore.com, thank you.
Yep.
And so what is the newest, hottest thing in your inventory? What's really moving, and what are people buying rapidly? What's trendy right now? Anything jump out at you?
Pink Bluetooth keyboards.
Pink
Yes.
Bluetooth keyboards?
Yes. and then there's like these pink cameras that everyone's wanting that instantly pop out a little Polaroid. But it's not a Polaroid, it's like the new version.
It's a faux Polaroid. Because I mean, Polaroids are retro cool, aren't they? Yeah, but let's go back to this Bluetooth thing. Why does anybody want a Bluetooth keyboard? So that they can compose a song on the web or with their phone, or what?
It's for your iPad.
Oh, okay.
Or tablet.
Yeah,
you stick your tablet on it and it's Bluetooth compatible, and it's a pink keyboard.
I would think, you know, we're gonna go a little deeper here than this, but as a marketing guy, I can't get off this. I'm sorry. You know, if I'm a gal and I get addicted to pink things, I would think I would want to keep, you know, more and more and more pink. Is it one of those obsessive things?
It is pretty.
You've tapped into an obsessive thing.
Pretty OCD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations. How long have you been doing that with the store and everything? How long?
4 years. 4 years this month.
4 years?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How about a 4-year anniversary? That's very good.
Yeah.
Speaking of very good, now how does somebody who's got that momentum, you're in the digital age, you're moving and grooving in that realm, and then all of a sudden what, you woke up one day and said, I think I'm going to do fitness training and bodybuilding and really try to curve and get core, and tell me how that happens, all right? We're going to go deeper than this, but I'm fascinated with you.
I've always done fitness.
I've
always loved it, but I had not taken it to that level. I watched a friend do it. She had an amazing transformation, and I had been very deep into being a mom, a wife, and a business owner that I wasn't taking care of me.
Okay, there you go. So, but when you jump in, you go all the way then. You try to you be competitive and all
I
that.
initially started out in lifestyle for the first couple months,
okay.
and then I made a decision to compete
yes.
and see what happens.
Because somebody told you, hey, you're doing great and you could probably go to the next level if you wanted to, or did you decide that on your own?
I went to a competition back in November of last year and watched the show, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. I think I could probably try this. So I made a decision in January. And
how many competitions have you been in since that time?
Two. The first one was May and the second one was June.
Yeah, and you did well, as I understand. I studied you on Facebook, and I'm checking you out.
I did. I won my pro card in May, and then I went to the pro show in June and got 5th place, and I was like, what's happening?
How exciting! Good for you. Good for you, dear.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, listen, let's talk a little bit about what drives somebody like you, and what you must have some, you know, I heard once, people who take on big goals and really strive for transcendence and higher levels of mastery would be a word to think about it. They also invite into their lives bigger struggles and bigger challenges and sometimes more suffering and more pain. It seems to be commensurate. Has that been true with you or not?
Oh, I would say so.
Yeah? Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, can you give us a peek at something? Give us a sense of what has been the primary struggle that you've gone through and you know, what have you learned? That's what we're here to really figure out. What can we learn from you, you know?
Prioritizing has been a really big struggle, learning.
Okay. So are you one of those people that always thinks you can like inject one more project, like being interviewed down at Comfort Inn into your life, your already busy life? Where
I'm one of those. I'm one of those who says yes a lot. I've learned very quickly, but really slowly, to say no more frequently when I need to. But
and when you say yes to all these things and you overwhelm yourself and overburden yourself, what happens then? Do we feel guilty a little bit that, or embarrassed that we're not performing at the guilt? And
then I pull back. I have a tendency to recluse back to my home base kind of thing, and I'll start saying no to everything, and then everybody's like, what happened to Beka?
Yeah.
Where was Yes Girl? And
Right.
I'm like, I needed a break. But yeah,
yes.
I've had to learn to prioritize my life quite a bit, and it's been an interesting journey with our kids and being a mom and a wife and business owner and taking care of me a little bit.
Yeah. Now, do you struggle a little bit still? I mean, when was your moment? We were talking with Tim Stevens a little bit ago about his epiphany. Did you have kind of a moment of epiphany where you kind of figured out, wait a minute, I'm going down this road too far and I need to adjust and balance, or what?
I did, actually. A good friend of mine, a mentor, actually, Joe Kenny, he met my oldest son last fall, I think, at one point in time, and he came to me later on and he said, if all you ever do in your whole life, if your whole success story is raising your kids like that, that's the best legacy you can leave.
The highest accomplishment.
The highest, and it was for me the best compliment that I ever have received is knowing that I'm having great kids out there. And I thought, okay, whoa, I had spent so much time on my business and so much time. I mean, on me it was okay. I didn't feel bad working out. Like, that's a big deal. That's a good thing. That's a healthy, positive thing. But I had spent some time on my business and being frustrated with being a mom and a wife at times that I was pulling away from my business. And I realized very quickly that my business does not take first place. It takes the back seat to my family, and they're number one.
Okay, wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of an insight is transformational, to be sure. But then, you know, life keeps coming, right?
Yep.
And you get maybe you get a new business opportunity or something, get to carry a new line or whatever. Do you find yourself re-entering this and getting excited again then? Or do you think you've drawn the lines and it's pretty clear now and you're always going to handle first things first? Or is it an ongoing battle?
It's an ongoing battle for me.
Uh-huh.
I love to say yes to the new things. I love the sparkly, shiny new things, and I'm learning every day. Every day for me is a new experience and a new learning experience.
When you
but
have
I'm good with that.
Do you have a bad day?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I mean, I was sick in bed a couple days ago.
Yeah. Well.
But I don't count that as a bad day. I
Yeah.
just got to sleep. That's fine.
But I mean, do you ever
I mean, it hurt.
do you ever feel like you're not achieving enough? Where you get kind of hooked on achievement and hooked on getting things done and hooked on getting more, and then you say at the end of the day, I didn't really get go
No.
as far as I wanted to go.
No.
No. Well, what does keep you awake at night as you're laying there? Have you solved all your problems right now? And this interview can be over rather quickly.
I never have a problem sleeping.
No.
I fall right
Well,
to
probably
sleep.
because you're so physically.
My brain is
oriented.
crazy throughout the day.
Yeah.
So at night I shut down. But to be perfectly honest, the biggest thing I think that I struggle with the most is just trying to find as much time in my day to get all the things in that I want to get done.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And that is my hardest struggle. But I never feel at the end of the day that I didn't accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish, because I found the balance in putting my family first.
Okay.
And putting my fitness is second, my health and fitness, and my business is third.
Okay, awesome. Well, what's the next chapter for you? It seems like your life is very full and you've got all your priorities in great order. You're going
Finally.
to continue to compete,
Mostly.
right?
Yeah.
What's the next chapter for you insofar as your personal maturation? In other words, I'm not talking about all the stuff outside of you and I'm going to get this done and that done, but I'm talking about the inner element right now, about how you see yourself, your ability to temper yourself, your ability to tune into your intuition and your imagination. What's coming up next in your personal evolution?
Oh goodness, there's so much, I feel like.
Then we tapped the well. This is great, right here. This is the moment. What have we tapped into?
Well, I haven't tapped into anything specifically yet, but our family has grown over the weekend, and my son got married, and he married a beautiful girl who has a little girl who has made me now a grandmother, so that's kind of fun. So I think for me, my next chapter is basically continuing my legacy of my family, growing my business. I am very excited to dive into the Pink Store wholeheartedly. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the last 4 years haven't been quite as the way that I wanted it to go, so to speak, but I'm okay with that because it had to take a back seat. So that's really the next big moment, I feel like, in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had to tell any single one of us how to embrace a new discipline that is as demanding as working out, all right, let's talk about that, and the bodybuilding thing and standing up in front of people in a bikini and posing and so on and so forth, what would be your piece of advice about that? Does it have to do with overcoming immodesty? to heck with them, I'm going to do it for myself. Tell me just one little piece of advice here towards the end, because I find that so fascinating.
For me personally, it wasn't about being in a bikini and getting on stage. That was actually really kind of scary, but it was to be able to see the transformation. I wanted to see that I could actually do it, and it was the hardest thing on a physical level that I have ever done.
Yes.
And it takes extreme discipline, extreme devotion, but it's the number one best thing. And I think when anyone has a hurdle that they need to go over to get to wherever they need to go, you need to just do it with a sense of pure love and passion for that thing,
And
no matter what it
destiny, a
is.
sense that you've got to get to that, like you're meant to be there.
Yeah, it's a driving force that I can't even explain it,
Yes,
really.
yes.
I just can't explain it. It's beyond the comprehension even.
Well, you know, I love the fact that you can't describe it because you've been
can't.
it's been so perfectly descriptive of everything else. It's nice to come across something that you're still trying to grasp to fully understand. You're a human being as well, aren't you, dear?
Yes.
Yes.
I am
Pleasure to visit, and thank you for sharing your intimacy thing. Congratulations. I can't wait to see the next chapter of Beka Doolittle. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Beka Doolittle right here. Yes. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Very, very good. Beka Doolittle, everybody. Bodybuilder. See you later. Yes.